Hi, my name is Nadine and this is my baptism story. I was baptized as a baby, as both my parents are Christians, one's Catholic and the other one's Anglican. So it was something that was going to happen. And I went to church like every Sunday as I grew up. And then it got to the point where I attended a Catholic school and we had to get first communion and do confirmation, and I had been baptized in an Anglican church, but then because I was going to a Catholic school, my mom was still going to a Catholic church. I joined that and I did my first communion, did my confirmation, and it continued like that. I sang in the choir, I did regular church youth groups. So my faith has always been there, and because my parents pray a lot and it's all about hope, and so I think the foundation has always been there, and where you go to God if there's a problem. But I think growing up it was more like this is what you do as opposed to understanding or having that closer relationship with God. So you're doing it, yes, you believe, but the personal relationship I think was what I didn't know existed, and it was more like not routine, but that's how it is. So during my late 20s, early 30s, I faced some challenges in life, from disloyalties to family illnesses and just things that had never happened before. And because I would say I've been very lucky where I've not had a lot of sadness in my life. And suddenly I was sad and upset, and I found myself like reaching out to God and asking like, why are these things happening? So I started reading the Bible more and trying to understand what God was saying, and I could feel that He was speaking to me and directing my path. And the more I calmed down and listened to what the scriptures were saying, I felt better in what the future held. Having the personal relationship with God is just that I have become very calm and trusting that things are going to be fine, as opposed to having 1,000,001 things in my head and trying to work out every single thing. And it doesn't mean that I have to be perfect, because that's the other thing, that I would have bad days. And then it's also trusting God that He would accept me, and I shouldn't feel bad that maybe one day or in my daily life I'm going to fall down and do things that are not right. But at the same time, God's going to welcome me, and it doesn't give me the pass to do something bad, but it's just not having this perfect life that I think is what's presented when you are younger, that you have to be this way and do things that way. But
do you know what I mean?
I think because I'm more aware and knowledgeable of what the whole experience is and what it means to be baptized and what Jesus actually means in my life, and the fact that He died for me, and the fact that He's there, and He's going to love me no matter what. But then also I've also got to release myself and say, well, here I am, that use me in that way. And that question someone asked me that question the other day. They said, well, Nadine, you were baptized as a child. I said, well, when I was baptized as a child, it was more of a routine that I had to be baptized, and I don't think the understanding of baptism was there as a child. I think for me, baptism now is to renew my faith again, and it's like me telling God to use me, and hopefully that the Holy Spirit will come into my life and I will have that more personal relationship with God through my baptism, because He was baptized, and baptism is all about having the blessing of the Holy Spirit, which I think I've always run away from. So it's more, and it's also like a public declaration again to say, well, I'm not running anymore. I just want God to use me at this time, and whatever He wants to do, I am ready and I'm open.